All right, so we are back. Happy Wednesday. We have our Angels of Abundance cards pulled out. I believe I pulled 10 or 12 of these. So the first card that came out was Release Jealousy. So if you are the jealous person, don't be jealous of what someone else has. You have no idea what someone went through to get that house, car, job, whatever the case may be. So this can be interpreted for yourself if you are jealous, or you can say you're not jealous, but you really are, or someone that is in your energy. So let's get started. So jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and let the universe manifest exactly as you affirm. That other people's success inspire you rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So let's say, okay, I want a Lamborghini Urus. I'm not going to be jealous or envious or hating on the person who has a Lamborghini Urus. I'm going to be like, okay, what do I need to do to get a Lamborghini Urus? Okay, do this, 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 and this. So that is going to inspire me, not create jealousy, to go ahead and get that Lamborghini Urus. Beautiful example. Like I said, you don't know the hard work people have went through to get the material items that they have, for sure. The next card that came out was Do the Work. So it's not enough to dream or pray. You also got to take the positive actions, steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So you're allowed to have lazy days, of course. I won't say don't have a lazy day. Your definition of lazy day is different than my definition of lazy day. Because I do so many things in a day, I really don't know how to sit down. And everyone around me is like, yo, you really don't sit down. No, I really can't just sit down. So that's hard for me to do. So I'm actually doing the work, for that Lamborghini Urus as an example. So do the work for what you want, whether it's a dream home, car, bigger savings account, paid off debt, whatever the case may be, insert it and do the work to accomplish those goals. Duh. The next card that came out, it says, it is safe for you to receive. So the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. So if you're someone that really doesn't accept help like that, it's okay for you to accept help from people that you absolutely trust and believe that they're not going to belittle you or trash you for asking for help. And that help can be big or small. It doesn't necessarily mean anything crazy, but if you help someone with a project that's allowing help as a free example, that's what you helping someone or someone helping you on a project that you're working on. So the more you're open to receive is going to, allow that stuff to flow freely to you. All right. And that actually came out, that card and this card came out together. So it's definitely saying if you need help to ask for it. So have courage to ask for help and accept help. So it's one thing for asking for help, and then it's another thing to accept the help. You don't want to accept help if it comes with conditions as well, because that's another thing that people have done in the past to me. I ask for help, and then it's always like these crazy ass stipulations to the help. And at that point, I'm just like, okay, whatever, fuck it. I'll just deal with whatever I'm going through by myself. And the next day, it's resolved. Like, it's crazy, which is also like help. It can help you to character build and show you don't need anybody to necessarily help you, but at those times where you really need help, definitely ask for it. So asking for help is a sign of strength, as it is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So back in 2020, when that whole shutdown was going on, this woman, she was an elderly woman, and her daughter was asking for water, and I magically had a case of water. I don't know why I had a case of water. I don't know, but I drove it over there and dropped it off at the elderly woman's house, and she was so appreciative. That's something that was free to do. It made me feel good. I'm sure she felt good. And that's all that I try and do, is make people feel good. And it was definitely very beautiful. It felt good helping, because if that was my grandmother or older woman figure in my life that I love, I would definitely want someone to come through for her as well. So the next card that came out is partnership. So allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So again, this is another card of asking for help and getting the help that you need to co-create whatever you need to co-create here on this earth. That's beautiful. I definitely said this in yesterday's message. Savings is super important. My associates is in business management. My bachelor's is like in accounting and finance, and my MBA is in finance. So I feel like savings is a super important thing that everybody should have, because you never know what happens in the event of a job loss of a family member, whatever scenario, car repair, whatever. Insert said situation. Savings definitely help you out for sure. So it says, as you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care path, or your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So there's been so many times that like my old self saved my present self, and how my present self will save my future self in the event that something happens. So definitely put $1 a week aside, and at the end of the year you'll have $365. So it may not seem like a lot to some people, but some people that 365 is going to mean the world of difference. That's like paying your phone bill for a month, or car insurance for 2 to 3 months, or a utility bill for 2 to 3 months. Like, you guys have to start thinking small if you want to, in terms of that dollar will go a long way. You think it's just $1. No. That dollar will definitely save you in the next year. That dollar will probably be like $1.50 or something like that. I don't know. We can do a compound interest course if you want to do that in a different video, not on this one. Detox your friendships. So your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time with. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So this is beautiful, a beautiful card. I remember this person texted me and said, "Hey, I need your energy so I can have someone send me money." And I read the message and I'm like, yo, you're like the worst person ever to say you need me to help you to make money, but you're not going to help me with anything. That friendship obviously is no longer around. So if you have someone like that around you, definitely let them go. If you're always going out and you're paying for that person, let them go. If they don't have any gas money all the time, let them go. But they got money for uh, smoking cigarettes and, you know, weed and nails and hair and all that other stuff. Like, you have money to pay for gas to go out to the club tonight. Do people still go to the clubs? I don't know. I think I'm like aging myself. You get what I'm saying? If someone's always asking you for money and like they don't help you with anything, like, let them go. I'm not saying, you know, if you borrow $100 and you give your friend back $100 like the next day, okay, cool, that's fine in my opinion. But no, I can't always pay for you. And honestly, I knew I shouldn't have been around certain people because when they were like doing that kind of stuff, my money started looking funny. And I'm like, hold up, that's not working. I gotta let you go. The next card that came out is an abundance mindset. Abundance is always not money, but it's again health, mental, spiritual, physical, all of the above for sure. So if you think your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So if you say, you know, I am abundant enough to pay my phone bill tomorrow, you'll be able to pay your phone bill tomorrow. Like, clear cut example of having that mindset for sure. Insert whatever example you want to, but if you put in that work, you will be able to have your phone bill paid tomorrow. Pay yourself first. This goes back to that savings card, which is so cute. So make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and in your future. So like I said, that dollar, you know, every week, or, you know, $2 every other week, or whatever the case, you want to slice and dice it. You can do 20, 100, whatever your budget allows. And this goes back to my example of making yourself uncomfortable so your future self could be comfortable. I like I said, love Starbucks, but we got to cancel out Starbucks for a little bit because that's like $12 or $15 a day, and that $15 a day can go to something else for sure. Do the math. Oh, my baby's crying because his iPad is off now. Clearing debts is the next card that came out. Here, this is real life, guys. Here, give me the iPad. I'll give you 15 more minutes. Here, 15 more minutes. I have to crop him out. I don't want him on the internet at all. Anyways. Clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So there are a million and one different plans that you could follow to clear up your debt. So you can listen to what's his name, Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman. You can do a snowball challenge. You can do high interest to low interest to high interest, small amount to high amount to low amount. But the one that worked best for most people psychologically is going from small to balance, small to large. Once you start getting rid of that small balance, you'll feel good, and that's like an instant gratification. Let's say you're making a payment on something that's $300, you can go ahead and clean that $300 off, and then whatever that minimum payment was, put it towards your next bill, and you're like attacking your debt that way. So that is a quick example of clearing your debts and making sure you don't put yourself into debt again. That's super important. Just because the credit card says zero balance, you just want to keep it that way and don't run it up again. Which again is hard, harder. Wait, what's the saying? Easier said than done. But if you have your savings built up, you won't have to swipe your credit card. So I'm dropping some gems here. Release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. So let's say, oh, I grew up in poverty. You have a negative connotation with finances because of how you grew up. So you got to take some time to yourself and heal those wounds. And the fear of not having will also trigger you into a certain type of response as well. So you train yourself into, I always have the money for the phone bill, or I always have enough money to eat, etc., etc. And then you'll always have those things for sure. So that's another tool for you guys to use. Just let it go for sure. The last card, if you are religious, the power of prayer. So give the situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. Now, does that mean I sit there and go ask God for a Lamborghini Urus? I can. But yeah, well, ask for a Lamborghini Urus, and if you see me in a Lamborghini Urus, then you know my prayer will work. But again, ask to have your cell phone bill paid, and it will be paid. Like, sit down with yourself and ask for those basic needs first before you go into the wants. Like, yeah, I want a Lamborghini Urus, but I need new headscarves. Perfect example, and then I'll have new headscarves. You guys get what I'm saying. Hopefully you guys like the Angel of Abundance messages. If you want to hear more about these cards, let me know. I just feel like there's a lot of money things flowing in the air right now, and you guys needed to hear that. So definitely do the work, set your goals, start saving, and go from there. Check out the site and send you guys some hearts and some kisses, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.